Okay. Utah at Baylor. Utah minus 8.5 is the line. Game total 60.5. Baylor. Okay. I am all over Utah here because this Baylor defense has been awful. They can't stop anybody. I do like the Baylor offense. I think you're going to see a bit of a shootout here. I don't see Baylor being able to stop Utah at all. Um, Utah's going to ground and pound the crap out of them. They're going to throw when they need to, ground and pound the crap out of you, and just be a lot more physical. I love I watching Utah play offense is really satisfying. I love just like the intensity behind some of the blocks. It's awesome. So I'll lay the 8.5 with Utah on the road. I don't trust this Baylor team um, at all, just because they can't stop anybody. Let's just do a quick double check. Just go through it just to kind of confirm what we're thinking here. But that's honestly one of the best plays on the board is Utah. Laying the 8.5. Um, they got they just beat up on UCF, but everybody has this year. They got beat up by Cincinnati. Let's see, what have they done at home? Chippy game against Kansas State, but Kansas State has been coming up short all year. Chippy game against Arizona State, but Arizona State always plays kind of chippy games. The one I'm kind of going to hang my hat on here is that Auburn game from earlier in the season. I think the game script's going to be awfully similar to that, where Baylor just could not stop anybody, just could not stop them for anything. They just kind of got run over by Auburn. So, and I kind of see Utah in kind of a similar spot. Utah is playing for its seat. Is still, I think they're definitely on the outside looking in. The playoff situation right now, but I think if they got 3 games left, they have to travel to Baylor. K State comes to Salt Lake City, and then they end with Kansas. They have to win out. Um, just double check the standings. Yeah, they're at least they're a game or more back. They gotta win out just to stay in the race for the Big 12 championship. Um, Problem is they don't play anybody that's ahead of them, so they're going to need some help from some of the other teams. But if they're going to have a shot at it, they got to win out. And that kind of goes for the if the Big 12 is going to get that second or possibly that third playoff team, they've got to be that's the level of football they've got to play for the rest of the season. And I think they roll here against a rough Baylor team. So I'm laying the 8.5 with Utah. I feel pretty good about it. All right, next up.